So you like your pad with a premium metal build, a design that stands out in the crowd with multiple color options, rings, a built-in custom configurator, 2 custom light settings, and tons of accessories in the box? Then you'll like the Duelpad Zen Metal. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have the Duelpad Zen Metal Edition. Let's open this up and see what we got. So here we have the Duelpad information card. They have their Discord server and they are very active in there. They have their website, all their different social media accounts, and definitely join their Discord as they are very active on that site. We have our instruction manual, and keep this manual as there are a lot of features. So when I open this up, you can see there are lots of details with this controller, so keep this handy with you. We have our angled USB-C to USB power cable, and this pad comes out the box with upgraded switches. We have our extra screw and our ghost switch in the box. So this pad does come out the box with metal feet that you can install on the bottom of your pad that will let you raise and lower your pad just like you can a keyboard. We have 2 extra keycaps in case you lose yours. This also comes with 2 magnetic cable managers out the box, which is really nice because in all the reviews of the pads I do, I always install my own cable manager here on top. And it's nice you get 2 magnetic ones right out the box. You get your switch puller and keycap remover. And here's our pad. Let's get this top layer off. Lots of foam everywhere protecting the whole pad. And let's slide this out of here. And let's get this box out the way. So not only do we have the black edition, we also have the white edition. This pad here comes with the white range switches, the extra keycap, and all the same accessories you would find in the box with your black edition. And when we go around this pad, we can see we have nothing on the bottom. We have our lanyard space here on the top right. On the top, we have our pass-through port, our power, and our boot cell button. And on the left-hand side, we have our extra power port. And on the bottom is your base lights button, with your felt material pre-installed across the whole base of the pad. So here we have the black edition, and when we go around this pad, we can see we have all small buttons across the body with 2 large here on the bottom. We have a nice vegan leather padding here for good wrist support. We have the cold metal on the top. We have our home and start button, everything across the top here. And here we have our menu button where you can adjust the settings on the fly with this controller. We could take our cable managers here, pop them right on top. And we flip this over, we can see we have our foam mat pre-installed. So holding this in your hands, this is a metal pad, but it feels really solid, but really light when you're holding it. So this pad fits into your large category and it has that nice unique shape. When you walk in, everyone knows you have a Duelpad Zen. The bottom here has this nice soft touch leather feel. So you have your metal on the top, and here on the base, you can have that nice padding right in your wrist to keep it nice and comfortable. So this pad comes with your standard button lights across the whole body, but it also has lights underneath that come out of the base. And with the nice felt material, it's not as bright as the Duelpad Zen. This one here is nice and balanced, and you can see it looks really nice coming right out the sides and glowing. When you press the button on the bottom of your pad, you can change to various patterns and get different looks and styles for your pad. And what's unique about this pad is the controller here. So when you click it in, it's your input mode. You can switch from PlayStation to Xbox, PC, all the different things. Click yes. You can change your SOCD, your D-pad, the turbo, all the different settings you would have to memorize the commands for, or different things you can do it all through here. Even your focus mode. So if you're in a tournament, you can turn off the home row so you don't accidentally press home or start, and just do it all right here from the menu. You hit save, you hit exit, and you're all set. And next we have the paper test. We take a standard piece of 8.5 by 11 printer paper. We're gonna turn this sideways. When I put this paper under the pad, you can see it's shorter by 1 adapter and wider by 1 adapter. So if you're at home and wondering what this pad would feel like in person, take the paper, turn it sideways, put it on your lap or your desk, and play just like this. And that'll give you a good clue of how this will feel at home. So what's it like living with this controller? It is really nice. Everywhere you go, people notice, hey, what is that? The unique shape just jumps out at people. I'm able to grab it and carry it around just like this. You can hold it from the top or the bottom and keep it really steady with the grooves here in the middle. This padding here on the base feels really nice and comfortable. I have long hands, so my hands sit like this, but when I play different games, you can feel the padding and it feels really well put together. The metal feels nice and cold. The felt base here, it keeps it nice and attached to your lap so it never slides off your lap. I did get confused. I thought this was the boot cell button. This is your lights button. Your boot cell is right in here. So you may want to put tape or something over if you end up bumping this, but I didn't have any issues playing with this. But if you do, your lights are changing on the base right here. The menu button works really good. When I jump from PlayStation to Xbox, I don't have to remember which button to hold down when I plug things in. I just plug it in, press this button here, go to the menu, press it again, and it reboots and it's ready to go. Very quick and fast. All the buttons feel really premium and nice. And the bigger thing I love is the upgraded switches out the box. You have the white rain. I'm a huge fan of the white rain switches. And you also have the ghosts. The ghosts are really nice and smooth. Now, this is a metal pad, so whether they're reds or any other switch, you will hear that because they're metal. I put O-rings under all my keycaps, there's a link in the description, and that took the noise down, I would say more than halfway. And that's not a sound issue with this pad, it's made out of metal. You're gonna hear that with every pad made out of metal. These magnets here on the top, I really like. I wanted extra force, so I went ahead and put double-sided tape on mine and stuck it here, so this side is taped down and this one will be after the review. But this one here, I just pop it on, take it off, and if I have a cord going left or right, I can switch them out, it's not a big deal. And it's nice that this comes out the box. You just install it and you're good to go. You get so much value out the box, so everything that comes with it. I think you're really gonna like it. And this being their first metal pad, they did a really good job. So what's it like playing with this pad?
Final round, fight.
Again, this pad has that tighter spacing, which is really nice for Street Fighter. It has the 2 up buttons on the bottom, so you can play with your left or your right thumb, and have 2 lower buttons on each side, so you can remap your drive rush and drive impact as you see fit. With an extra up button on the top, so you can play standard style or WAS style. So how do you connect to your console? You'll take your power cord, connect to your controller, connect to your adapter to the end of the cord, connect the adapter to your console, set your controller to X input mode. On your controller, press home, press start, and you're all set. For Xbox, you have the Brooks XV3, you have the Mayflash Magic X, and you have the Mayflash Magic Boot for Xbox. For PS5, you have the Brooks Wingman FGC, you have the Mayflash Magic S Ultimate, you have the All56.com booter, you have the Mayflash Magic Boot, and you have the COSMOX Gaming Hot 42 Booter 5, and you have the Brooks Wingman FGC 2. This adapter will not work in the pass-through port at the time of this recording. You will have to plug this at the end of your cord, but this is your option for PS5 only games. So let's get some things on the table and compare. Here we have the Duelpad A14, and we can see the Zen is wider by about 1 adapter, and the A16 is taller by 1 adapter. And we go around these pads, we can see the Zen has small buttons across the whole body and 2 large here on the bottom. The A16 has large keys across the whole body. The A16 has a pinky button here, which is lower here on the Zen. The Zen has 2 power ports and a pass-through port on the top. The A16 has a power port here on the top, and the new edition has one on the side as well, with a pass-through port right here on the side. This pad has a built-in menu button here on the top to configure the settings. This pad is running the latest firmware and also has access to the menu, but there is no official button. You will have to set that yourself. And this pad also has physical switches on the top for your tournament mode, your SOCD, and your directionals. So if you're coming from an A16 to a Duelpad Zen Metal, they both fit into the large category. This pad having the unique design and the built-in menu configuration button here, both offering that tighter spacing, really good build quality, tons of features out the box, and this pad coming with the upgraded switches and snappy feel right out the box. Here we have the Guilekeys GF16. When we look at these 2 pads, they both have menu buttons on the top. They both have 2 power buttons on the top and the side, and they both have their pass-through ports on the top. This pad here offers the smooth comfort on the bottom here with the padding. This pad here slopes down on the bottom. This pad is taller by about an adapter and a half, with the Zen being barely wider, but essentially the same width. This pad comes with your extra large screen on top. This pad comes with your standard screen on the top. They both have small buttons across the whole body, 1 large here on the bottom and 2 large on the bottom. They both have rings, and the home row here is on the top, whereas the home row here is across the top here. So if you're comparing these 2 pads, you're asking yourself, do I want the split layout or do I want the standard all button layout here? This pad comes with your stock red switches. This pad here comes with your upgraded Go switches on the black and your white range switches on the white model. They both have that premium metal build quality, and that's how you compare the 2. Here we have the DOIO Hitpad Pro version 1, and we can see the Zen is wider by about an adapter and a half, and the Zen is shorter by about the head of an adapter. And we compare the 2 pads, again, your 2 power ports, your pass-through port on the top, your 2 power ports here as well, with a pass-through port here on the side. This pad having your menu button in the middle. I wiped my DOIO and loaded the latest firmware version using the Pico version of the firmware, and I was able to set any button I like to be the menu access button here. So when you compare these 2, this has your small buttons across the whole body and 2 large on the bottom. This pad here has small keycaps, but these are 20s and these are 23 millimeters with one large here on the bottom and the two larges here on the bottom. This pad having your rings, this pad does not, both offering that premium metal build quality and great feel. While this pad offers the padding on the bottom and the material on the bottom so it doesn't slide off your lap. So that's your Duelpad Zen Metal in the black edition and the white edition with your Ghost upgraded switches and your White Rain upgraded switches. And I think this should really be called the Duelpad Zen Pro. You get everything out the box. You have a metal controller, premium material here on the bottom for your wrist rests. You have foam padding on the bottom here to keep it from slipping off your lap. This pad also supports Kailh and Gateron switches. Right angle cord here. You have extra rings in case you lose them for small and large. You have extra keycaps for the small and the large in case you lose those. You have feet here, just like a keyboard that you can install on the bottom with double-sided tape, and that'll allow it to lift on the top or lift on the back here and raise it just the way you like to play. And you have a switch puller. Not only that, if you've seen any of my reviews, I always add these double-sided tape cable managers because I have stepped on my cord before and almost broke my port. So I loop it through here, then I plug it in, that way I don't break it. Where both of these come with magnetized cable managers for either side right out the box. This pad also comes with 2 power ports. Just in case one breaks, you always have a backup, and the pass-through ports set up and ready to go out the box. It also has the latest firmware, and it has the menu button here to access all your settings on both pads right out the box. And if you like the tighter spacing, you're gonna love the feel of this controller. I think you're gonna like either one of these models. They both play really nice and they feel great in your hands. And I think they're a great option in this space. So that's the Duelpad Zen Metal. Thanks for watching.